Today I fucked up by putting my vibrator under my pillow instead of my bed. I hope it's okay to post an awkward story from high school here, but I'd love to share it. I had a guy friend in high school who was the nerdy type. I had a pretty big crush on him. I liked how innocent, smart, kind, and funny he was. Also cute. Anyways, I thought he was going to come over one night, but I hadn't heard from him in a few hours and just assumed it got too late. It was maybe around 9 PM on a school night, and me being in adolescent hauntopia, got bored and grabbed my vibrator. Eventually someone knocked on my bedroom door. It's my dad, so I stuff the vibrator under my pillow real quick and go to the door. He says I have company. I sorta panic a little as my friend comes in to greet me. My dad leaves and we sit on my bed, futon couch, and start watching TV. I guess that 70s show was on and I was still too panicked to care what was on. So, a few minutes later he reaches behind him thinking he's sitting on something, and pulls out my vibrator. Then he looks at me and asks, "What is this?" You don't wanna know. I take it from him, put it somewhere else real quick, and we sit in complete silence watching awkwardly sexual jokes on that 70s show for what feels like much too long. Too long didn't read. My guy friend sat on my vibrator. Edit, thank you for the awards. I probably won't show him this. We are both in relationships now and I think it would be inappropriate. Sending good vibes to you both. Did he say, "What is this?" in a confused sense? Sort of like when your parents find your drugs sense. Hilarious if it's the former. The silence was him wondering if there was a way he could get you to pull it out again. I am sure of it. So what happened with you two? Nothing really now. We are friends on Facebook. I'm just happy I can laugh about it now. Smile. I do miss him though. He was a good friend. Now write this: today I fucked up from his perspective, how he missed the chance to get it on with his hot friend after he found her vibrator under the pillow. Today I fucked up by shooting my partner's cum in his mouth. My partner, 21M, and I, 21F, have not seen each other in over a month. He has been visiting family over his winter break in college. Today was the first time getting to see each other since he left. We have not been sexually active together for a long time, so I have yet to suck his dick. This was not my first time giving head. I have been complimented in the past for my work, so I was excited to show him. So anyway, we are getting into it and I ask him if it is okay to go down on him. He agrees and I get to work. He is lying flat on his back with me on top of him. It does not take long until he pulls my head away, signaling he is going to come. He also sits up slightly in his seconds before orgasm. I continue with my hand until he begins to come, not thinking much about where it will end up. As soon as he starts coming, I am reminded how much of a shooter he is. This man shoots his load farther than anyone else I have been with. Just as soon as that thought pops into my mind, I look at him and see his cum shoot directly into his mouth. We immediately start dying of laughter. I have always wondered if this exact thing ever happens to people, and today I got to experience it firsthand. The situation gave us a really good laugh, but I felt bad for him because his orgasm definitely was not enjoyed like I intended. TL, Doctor, today I fucked up by trying to give my partner head after not seeing him for a month. I ended up aiming his cum shot right into his mouth. I read parents instead of partners and immediately started freaking out. I hit myself directly in the eye once during an encounter. It too led to maniacal laughter. How did the people at the funeral react? Why do you think he sat up? This isn't his first time. Ah, not his first rodeo. Hungry hippos. At first, I read parents and I got a little confused. Today I fucked up by mistaking the hide game function on Steam as a tool that actually hides the game's existence, playtime etc. on my Steam profile. Fucking seriously, Steam? You add this function with zero information on it other than it hides games. The natural conclusion I had was this is a tool to hide adult games from your profile and library. Apparently quite a few people also believed this, considering the amount of misinformation I found on the subject in the last hour of searching Google, and yes, Yes, I did look on Steam support and there is no page that describes how this function works. Initially I thought this is amazing. I can finally play XXX Tentacle Adventures 4, not a real game, sorry, to my heart's content. I got sucked into a time sink hentai games and ended up leaving it on in the background for weeks. Now it shows up as my most played game of all fucking time. Worst part is everyone on my friends list has been too kind to point out my social gaffe. Best mates, old university friends, my little sister. Oh yes, you did read that right. We are both adults thankfully, so I haven't scarred a child for life, but Christ almighty, this is embarrassing. Too long didn't read. I played porn games and Steam notified friends and family of my progress. I can finally play XXX Tentacle Adventures 4, and off I go to Steam. Not a real game, sorry. Why must you hurt me? So wait, what does the hide game function actually do? Question mark. It's so you don't see certain games on the library screen. Tell them it was downloaded by malware and was mining crypto on Erig in the background. You didn't even notice it until you had performance issues. Honestly, I've just accepted it at this point, but I am quite salty towards Steam for A, not explaining the hide game function properly, and B, not actually having a function to hide specific games on users' profiles. With such a large adult games catalog on their store, it just makes sense to have this function. Guess I will have to keep my profile private for now. Feels like I have been banished to horny prison. I see my friends list lighting up with the XXX Tentacle Adventures 4 all the time. I don't even think twice about it. It actually lets me know what time it is. I'm like, I see, it's late horny hours. Or in your case, 24/7 horny weeks. Now you gotta run 5 games at once in the background for a month to get it off your most played! Exclamation mark. Seriously, haha, this gave me a good chuckle.